Oh, okay, we're getting close, not quite, to the mid semester here, so we need to talk about your project. Marketing 290 has a final project, put final up here, where you are going to build a product or service for Belize. This isn't international marketing, it's just for Belize. So we're going to build a product or service for Belize. Now, we need to include the marketing concept, which means you need to take your product, you're going to have a hunch. Hey, people might like this. But we're going to go do the marketing concept, and we're going to do our research and find out if people, in fact, would want that. As the previous video said, we could do a competitive analysis. Are we needed? Is the market saturated? Do we really need another panada shop, another taco stand? While I mentioned taco stands, I've heard that there's some great taco stands up north, and people will drive from Belize City all the way up there for tacos. And those people probably built their houses off of these tacos. There's nothing wrong with tacos, but I want to move toward something a little bit more complicated. Oh, you don't have to build a car, but something more than tacos. Let's try to do more than tacos. Let's try to get out of the walking age, move through the bicycle age, and get to the auto age. Meaning, there's a lot of people out there doing tacos. It wouldn't be a bad idea, I guess, to do tacos, but let's try to do something a little bit more complicated. Now, your main thing that you need to look at is your study guide. Your study guide has a list of all the concepts that we have covered. So, there's your idea list for your project. Now, a lot of people say, the project is so ambiguous. Well, you can put it in pretty much any order you want to. Try to group the concepts. They should be grouped already. But we look at our study guide. Let me see. Here, the marketing concept would be used. Competitive analysis. Let's not get into something that's already, everybody else is already doing it. Look at the study guide. What else have we looked at? The 4 Ps. The 4 Cs. The marketing offer. What else did we look at? Well, anyway, there's a list. You will take your product, your hunch, go do some research on it, study the market, and, target markets. Oh, yes, we need market segmentation, which will give us a target market that we need to please. We need to know our target. And do your homework so we can minimize our risk. Now in chapter number 1, let me erase this. Chapter number 1, there's a question on there about Drucker. Drucker was actually the management guy, but on there it says Drucker and the aim of marketing. The aim of marketing. Now what is that all about? Well, I got the quote right here. The aim of marketing is to know and understand the customer. Wow, imagine that. We actually study the customer and the competition. Study the customer and understand them. We know and understand the customer so well, the product or service, or combination of, fits them and sells itself. Which means, a lot of people think marketing is advertising. Marketing, that's just part of marketing. Marketing is to know and understand the customer so we can build something that they want and it's irresistible to them. So this makes selling and advertising unneeded. So that's our job right there. We come up with a hunch was here, for a product, do our research, apply the concepts. The study guide is full of concepts, and try to build something that everybody wants. Instead of doing the selling concept. Selling concept, where we just make something that we think everybody wants, and then it doesn't work. We don't want to do that. So, other factors with your project. Often it comes up, we have to have a cost. Put down that right there, cost. Now this isn't SCM 210, but here we need to have an idea of what the product is going to cost to make, or else we can't put a price on it. So we need a cost estimate that would lead us to a price. And when we look at that price, then we can go back and look at the 4 C's and see if our customers can afford it. In cost, so many times it comes up in class. I say, well, you're going to need employees. Oh, I haven't thought about that. I said, how much are you going to pay your employees? Most every time they say $3.50 or $3.75 an hour. So you have minimum wage of, I don't know what the minimum wage is, $3.50. So people automatically go with the $3.50. Now, sometimes you can't afford to pay more than $3.50, but I want to ask you, if you can afford, if you can build into the package, into your 4 P's, the price, the cost of paying people a little bit more, you might get more out of them. Can you get somebody's heart for $3.50? Maybe you can. Maybe some people will give it their all and have passion for the mission of the company for $3.50. I'm thinking not for long. So if you can, I know we have to be conservative in the beginning until we know what's going on. But if you can, try to establish your own minimum wage, which is, I hope, at least $4.50. Maybe even $5.50, a living wage that somebody can live on. Also, let's try to be green out there. Try to be green. Sustainable development. Try to go, if you can, green on your packaging. Let's not cut down all the trees. Let's not overfish the ocean, pollute the river, abuse people. Let's try to do the right thing. So, in the Moodle, you will see I've just added under each video grouping of the week. This week should have 2 groups. There's a little questions forum that you can go back and ask me any questions about the topic that we covered. And in this case, you'll have an opportunity to ask about your project. It's good stuff. Good stuff. And if you're a business major, this has to be fun for you. I mean, this has got to really get you excited about doing something. So there you go. If you have any questions, you can email me or use the Moodles for questions.